Listen to the Locker Room Pulse on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music and Amazon Music. For sports fans by sports fans.
Welcome back to the Locker Room Pulse. We're on episode 9. My name is Brody and I'm joined by Freddie and our brand new guest on the podcast, Naba, here today. It's quite a good episode to have you two on because there's been quite a lot of news in football. Both Arsenal fans.
Indeed.
And there's a rather big game coming up for both Arsenal and Spurs in 12 days' time, which is all fun and games. But we need to talk about, I think, the first main topic of this podcast, which from last night wasn't going to be the main topic of the podcast and is now very much just overtaken a lot of them, is that Thomas Frank has finally been sacked from Spurs.
Yeah, I think it's taken its time. It should have been sacked weeks ago. Yeah, just prolonging the inevitable in the end.
Yeah, I think he was a brilliant manager at Brentford. Obviously, he went to Spurs. Hasn't gone well for him. But you could particularly blame this on the injuries of the squad. A lot of injured players.
Yeah, but also I feel like blaming it on injuries is just a bit of a petty excuse of saying that I'm not a very good manager.
Every team has injuries.
Exactly, yeah. Every team
It's
has
just about
injuries.
dealing with them.
Exactly.
Yeah, Thomas Frank has had the sack right before the North London derby. So obviously our new manager, one of their opening games is going to be the North London derby, which isn't an easy task. And I think Spurs as a whole, when it comes to managers, they either sack them too early or sack them too late. There's never an in-between where they do it perfectly. So it's just, I think it's an interesting time to do it, but also it's just, I don't know if it's a smart. Well, obviously he's somewhat smart.
But as an Arsenal fan, I'm a bit annoyed that he's been sacked, to be fair, because with Thomas Frank, you know what you're getting. Yeah. Thomas Frank Spurs side, you know what you're getting. New manager, interim maybe, or manager, you don't know what to expect. New manager bounce, could be anything, to be fair.
Who do you think will...
Obviously, there's a lot of options at the moment. Not as many as there usually is, but there's Xabi Alonso for Madrid. I think he'll go Liverpool in the summer. There's Enzo Maresca, free agent. But I think he'll go to Man City when Pep Guardiola leaves. So that leaves one option. Just recently sacked yesterday night. We got the news about Roberto De Zerbi.
So talking about Thomas Frank, skip forward. We'll skip back to last night before he got the sack. Spurs fans began chanting Pochettino's name in the stadium, and at full time they told Frank basically it was time to go as he walked down the tunnel. Obviously we know Pochettino's in the US helping out the Team USA for the Olympics, the World Cup. My bad. And yeah, I think it's silly because he's never going to just magically leave the US and come back to here. I mean, obviously it'd be nice to have him back. It'd be an old face to have back, but you've also then got to factor in, will his football or will his style of football fit to how our players are now? And also, will he actually be able to do anything like he did however many years ago?
Well, I think it'll be interesting what they do at the end of the season, or now, until the end of the season. Obviously, because they might wait for Poch and get an interim till the end of the season, but then you're putting in jeopardy your place in the Premier League, really. Yeah. Because, let's be honest, you're in a relegation battle as it stands. So something's got to change.
Yeah, we are in a bit of a dodgy position at the moment. So.
Yeah, quite frankly, I don't think that'll work, Pochettino.
I mean, there's two sides to it at the end of the day.
He's been in his prime already for Tottenham, obviously. Correct me if I'm wrong. Second in the league?
Second in the league
season?
when Leicester won, and then Champions League.
We came second again.
Champions League final against Liverpool.
Yeah, obviously that was a good squad though. Heung-min Son, Harry Kane, Dembele.
Yeah. The team was much better then.
Yeah, much better. So I think if it was Poch to be coming back, it would be in the summer. And I also think he'd have to be heavily backed from the board.
Yeah. So the ironic thing about all this Thomas Frank stuff is we were looking on Sky Sports and said that, and this is a quote, he said, he 1000% expects to keep his job and he should be the man in charge. And then about, he said that and about an hour later he got the sack. So, I don't really think he 1000% expected it, but yeah.
Yesterday he said that he had the board's trust completely.
Yeah, well, he went to the board the day before the game.
Yeah,
And they were saying that apparently he was going to keep his job, and then he just, well, obviously didn't, did
The
he?
Newcastle game was the final straw.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, we needed 2 wins in 17 matches. It's just
Two
not,
wins in
2 wins in
17.
17.
That's
It's just
relegation
not-
form.
It's just not it. But to be fair, we were saying as well that the teams below us, okay, Wolves are just gone.
Burnley gone.
Burnley gone. And it's just the other teams below
West
us.
Ham
West Ham, yeah,
Good.
just the other
They're
team.
on good form.
They're starting to pick up a little bit.
drawing with
Yeah.
Carrick's United team.
Yeah, we'll get onto that in a minute. Yeah, it's about trying to find a way of trying to be slightly better than them just to keep up, even if we just have to be really close to the relegation zone, but still stay up. It's better than getting relegated.
But the interesting thing tonight, Forest have Wolves
Yeah.
at home.
That's
Yeah.
a big game for the
So
battle.
if Forest win,
We need a Wolves win tonight. I'll
if
tell
Forest win, they'll be on the same points as Spurs.
you. Yeah.
And that really sums it
Leeds
up.
already went above us yesterday. So yeah, we'll get onto that one for all the Chelsea fans behind the camera.
Obviously,
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but this season it was obviously Ruben Amorim who's been sacked, and he was holding one of the worst records in Premier League history. But now I'm pretty sure Thomas Frank is the worst record in Premier League history
It
in the
has to be
season,
the worst record. If there's a worse record than that, I want to start questioning it.
especially for a Big Six side.
Yeah.
You know.
So no, you brought it up. West Ham beating, well, drawing with Carrick's Man United. I think the most obvious story of the whole thing. No haircut for the United strand. Mark Goldbridge was saying after the 4th win that it's a bit stupid. They should be trying to focus on the achievement of trying to get Champions League football rather than some random person trying to get a haircut, which I understand.
Yeah.
But also, think about how much traction that's got recently, and obviously because he's got so close. I mean, I think the last time before this, the last 4 wins was I think they got 3 wins in a row. Everyone thought he was going to get it, and then it just all went bold. But
I think it puts pressure on the team,
yeah,
especially the last one. They have to win the last game, and then they draw to West Ham.
Yeah, very unnecessary pressure as well. I think all the United fans, you know, the big ones on the media, Mark Goldbridge, United stand, obviously.
Angry Ginge.
They're not very happy with the United strand because obviously the 5-game thing in a row, you know, it's a lot of pressure because
What was the thing that he saw on Twitter earlier? What was it? Cutting my hair when Tottenham.
cutting my hair when Tottenham win one
One
game
game-
in a row.
win one
It kind of
game in a
shows the
row.
state of that club
Yeah,
right
I
now.
know. Yeah,
It's not ideal.
So yeah, when I turned the TV on last night, I didn't watch the full West Ham United game. I didn't watch the Spurs game because who wants to? So I turned it on, and about 10 seconds later, Suchek scored the opener for West Ham, and then seeing Sesko's going 90+6.
Brilliant goal.
I mean, they had a couple minutes still to go, and you thought maybe they could just push forward and try and get something here. But then also you just thought, I think it's done because the game was just dying down so bad, and it was just
Imagine the scenes if they scored a last-minute winner.
honestly.
United strand going mental.
Yeah,
as
he
well.
would've- he
It's on
would've
live
been.
stream as well.
Yeah, he was on a live stream. Yeah,
Fuming.
yeah.
Or was he fuming?
Yeah, that's,
Exactly,
making
that's
more
the
money.
question.
yeah. Yeah, but I was watching. They brought Adama Traore on right at the end. West Ham trying to salvage something, but he didn't do much. There was a few opportunities. I mean, there was a clear offside for what was it? Casemiro's
Yeah,
goal?
header.
Yeah, there was a clear offside. I mean, his arm was all the way out, and he could just tell that it was going to be offside.
And his knee.
Yeah, and I think there was also another. I think there might have been another call from VAR, and it was definitely an offside.
Yeah, it was Callum Wilson threw on goal.
Callum Wilson was through on goal.
He didn't
and
score though.
it was that was even more of a blatant offside. So yeah, VAR didn't actually do an awful job so far with this week, so should be all right.
You know there's a mistake tonight. Now you said
You
that.
know, yeah, there will be.
Maybe tomorrow.
Move on to the one that everyone behind, or two people behind the camera will love. Chelsea 2, Leeds United 2.
That's rough, obviously. Liam Rosenior, he's off to a brilliant start at Chelsea, I will say.
David Brent.
Yeah, the sacking of Enzo Maresca came pretty surprising. Because a lot of Chelsea fans I've spoken to, they said they love him. Brilliant gaffer, they were chanting his name in the stands. And obviously Liam Rosenior's came and he's done a brilliant job. Not a brilliant job against Arsenal, obviously, who have got the double over him right now. But we will see in the game set to come in a few weeks at the Emirates how he can respond.
Yeah, he's had a good start, but you look at the teams they've played.
Pretty
They're
easy,
all
innit?
lower mid-table sides.
Good
Yeah.
good result against Man City for McFarlane as well a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the other game we had last night as well was Everton versus Bournemouth. Bournemouth taking a 2-1 win in that one.
Bournemouth are in good form, to be fair.
Red card
Away
for
as well.
Yeah, it was a red card for Everton.
O'Brien.
I think it was
O'Brien,
O'Brien,
it was,
yeah.
yeah.
last man.
Yeah, so I don't know what I predicted in the video for Bournemouth.
2-2.
Everton. I think it was 2-2, wasn't it? It was a 2-2, yeah. So yeah, I think it was. I was close. I mean, I ain't got any predictions right. First prediction video, I didn't get any right, but it's
0.
fine. It was 0 right.
I would like to say.
Oh no, 0 right.
There's only
But
5.
I've got.
You've still got 5
I've got
games.
5 games to go, but I don't know if I'm gonna.
You should be fine.
I would like to
What,
say.
I can't even remember what I predicted for Wolves. Wolves game. You go. You keep going, mate.
All right, I would like to say that Rayan kid from Bournemouth.
Oh yes,
Special player,
he
obviously.
is quality.
He scored in the 61st.
Yeah,
Yeah,
2 goals, 1 assist in his first 3 Premier League games. I think there's only one other person to do that,
I think I've had a mistake.
and it was Michael Owen. So
Yeah, he's quality.
I put
I think
what-
he might be one for the fantasy team.
I think he'll be on a transfer in a couple of seasons. Obviously, also Iliman and Diai, one to watch in the summer.
Do you think
scoring
he'll be?
his
Do you
penalty.
think he'll be on a transfer to another Prem club, or do you think
Yeah.
he'll go abroad?
No, I mean, I think he'll go to another Prem club or even Real Madrid's.
Mm.
So far, the talent is clear in it. Like Esteval, now Rayan, 2 Brazilians. And the Brazilians, they tend to go to Real
Do you
Madrid.
think he has?
Vinicius,
Do you think he has a
Rodrygo.
chance to make it to the national team?
Maybe not for the World Cup, because
Yeah.
obviously
Not for this. I'm not saying for this World Cup. I'm saying just in
he'll
general.
make it in
yeah.
the future. I mean, obviously, prospects like Rayan went for a good price as well, 35 mil, I think. It's brilliant talent. No one knew about him until he moved to Bournemouth. But I think if he continues on the upwards trajectory, he could definitely get into the World Cup
Bournemouth
squad.
love a good
They
signing.
love a
don't
good size. Semenyo,
just brilliant.
you know, Hoyson, Zabanier,
Their recruitment, it's just-
Kirkes.
it's
Their
got to be studied.
recruitment's great because some of the players, okay, you might not know exactly who they are straight away, but they make them into the player that you
Yeah.
then end up knowing and ends up getting transferred off to a different club
Like 60
for
million.
something ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of
The
underrated
profit
players.
they make on those players is just like
Insane.
ridiculous. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Insane.
It's no wonder they're like. It's no wonder they're not one of like the bigger money clubs or something like that. Do you know what I mean? And with some of the stuff they do, I mean,
Quality.
quality players.
Outrageous.
Brighton as well.
Yeah.
Not so much this year, but in general.
Caicedo, Cucurella.
Just make
I
money.
said
Malay
I said a
soon.
3-0 Villa win tonight against Brighton. Yeah.
I think so.
I also put I put 1-0 Forest against Wolves, but obviously now that I would rather say a Wolves win because now the state we're in. So yeah, yeah. So we've got Man City, Fulham, Sunderland versus Liverpool.
Good game. Good game.
Both
Sunderland,
good
Sunderland
games.
haven't lost at home this
Haven't
year
lost at
either.
home, and Liverpool's form ain't
Great.
exactly great.
No.
I think they've only won 1 game in the new year.
Yeah,
Or 2.
that result against City was shocking.
Mm.
It's just they went off the back of scoring one of the best goals
Oh,
I've
yeah.
ever seen with my 2 eyes.
Yeah,
To seeing Cherky with an open net from the halfway line. Allison, he's trying to do
Yeah.
kick-ups on the other side.
yeah.
What's he doing?
I'll bring back to the Chelsea game quickly because I completely forgot about that Cole Palmer miss.
Oh.
You were quite vocal about it now.
I was.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was watching the game. 2-2, 94th minute. Caicedo, he lashes it across. I think Caicedo's pass could have been a bit better. It's a bit spit in the air, but there's no excuse for
He
that
drilled
miss.
it in, didn't he?
Yeah, he absolutely whipped it in. Palmer with a shocking miss. I don't think he's been good this season.
Was the keeper anywhere near it or not?
No, he was on the other side of the goal.
Just had to tap
fair
it in,
It was
didn't
just
he?
Thought it would
Palmer,
have been like a sponge just soaking them shots up, and it just didn't really work, did it? So
But to be fair, as a footballer, though, that's a hard. When it comes across and it's like quick at you.
And it's high pressure as well.
in
Last
the
minute
last
of the
kick
game.
of the game.
Yeah.
It's,
We saw a similar miss last year in the Champions League. Saka versus PSG.
yeah. It's
He
easier
already
said than
scored in
done
that
to
game.
put it in the net. In
Exactly.
that position.
yeah, so City Fulham. Donnarumma's having a all right spell.
All right.
He's all right,
He's
26.
decent.
I think he's a bit overrated.
How
to be
tall? How
honest.
tall is it? How tall is he?
He's 6'6", I think.
Is he 6'6"? But
Very tall.
he's on the wrong sport, isn't he? He's in the wrong sport.
Yeah. I mean,
He is
What
quality. I
what
think
could he
he's
do?
quality.
Basketball. You know what I mean, he could do
Yeah,
whatever. Basketball.
NFL.
Imagine him on the old hoops, just going for it. You know what I mean? He'd be on
NFL.
one, wouldn't he? NFL. Imagine
with
him,
his
yeah.
throwing and catching.
Yeah, actually, he's
Yeah.
got a point to be fair.
Do
Got
you
a
like
point.
the NFL?
I don't
No,
watch
honestly,
NFL.
we can talk about that quickly. The
No.
Seahawks.
No.
Sorry, I don't really know.
It's not my thing.
Don't have a clue.
What about the
Oh,
halftime show?
Oh, the Bad
yeah.
Bunny show.
Bad Bunny.
Honestly.
Obviously.
It's got good reviews.
Yeah.
I was sat there reading about it, and I was just like, "What on earth is actually going on here?" Do you know what I mean? It's just, it sounded, and apparently half of it was pre-recorded and stuff
Oh,
like
it's
that. But
just-
honestly, I heard afterwards that someone say that no matter how hard you try, English people will never understand American football.
Sorry.
No matter how hard, and no matter how many times they watch, no matter how many times you tell them the rules, ain't gonna work.
Never. And I'm not going to try and learn
And
it
the
either.
bloody like the ball's just like weird. I mean, you just got this like egg thing, and then you've also just got like, and then in football you just got like solid like watermelon type ball. You just
Easy.
fucking go for it, don't you? Do you know what I mean?
I do want to mention something on Donnarumma specifically.
Go on.
Obviously, new signing for City. I think it's safe to say he's been one of the best signings in the league this season.
Definitely.
But can I have just a ranking of where you think Donnarumma ranks in terms of Premier League goalkeepers and then in the world? Because I think David Raya might be superior, just a tiny bit. I mean, he's been established in the
you asked
Prem.
him just basically who you think's better, Raya or
Donnarumma.
Donnarumma or any other keeper? Or
I'm saying, like, who's your top 3 keepers in order? In
Right,
the Prem?
Vicario's bottom 1. I don't like that guy.
Alright.
So then
we've got.
Alisson's still got to be in there.
I don't think Alisson's third.
Just because he's done it for so many
I
years.
think,
I think
but I think in terms of this season,
Robin Ruffs. Yeah.
Brilliant
Sunderland
keeper,
goalkeeper
Sunderland.
Ruffs. And then I think
Didn't have a good game against Arsenal.
yeah.
Though.
I think it's between Donnarumma and Raya.
Obviously.
I think Raya's better with his feet.
I think Raya's just has more to his game. And obviously Raya's a pretty short goalkeeper. He's a tall man, short goalkeeper. But when it comes to claiming crosses, he's the best I've seen
And
in a
Donnarumma's
long
quite
time.
weak at that as well.
Yeah, David Raya obviously is on the set to make his 3rd consecutive Golden Glove. You know, tying with Pepe Reina and Edison. And if he gets his 4th next season, he'd be the first to ever do it in the Prem.
Good
Yeah.
numbers. Really
Yeah.
good
Yeah,
numbers.
brilliant.
Yeah. Crystal Palace Burnley was another game that I've got listed down. I mean, it's just boring, isn't it? Do you know what
Yeah,
I
I
mean?
think Palace win that, to be fair.
Yeah, there's literally 0
I'll
points.
go 2-0 Palace. I
Yeah.
think Strand Larsen might get on his score sheet for the first time for them.
Yeah, maybe.
And I think maybe Brennan Johnson as well.
Yeah, I think Burnley are just gone. They're
Is there
just
any,
They'll
taking
get
up,
20th.
taking up a spot, aren't they?
Yeah.
is there any games this weekend? On Saturday or the
No,
Gabcast
it's
Day?
FA
or
Cup,
weekend.
but Arsenal have got a game in hand next week on Wednesday against
Is there no
Wolves.
like Valentine's games or something like that?
No.
There you go. Galentine's or something like that. There you go.
We've got Liverpool.
for all the lads. There you go.
We've got Liverpool Brighton on Valentine's.
Is it?
8:00 kickoff. Yeah.
Oh, lovely. There you go.
Brilliant game.
He's on the
Yeah,
sofa.
he's gonna. Yeah, that's his Valentine's Day sorted for a little bit. There you go. So, topic of conversation. I mean, you said before you probably won't get involved much with this, but would still like an input in some way, and even if he talks absolute rubbish, I mean, it's better. Yeah. So the Premier League of Darts has begun. So we've already had one night in Newcastle. Winner was Michael van Gerwen. He defeated Gian van Veen 6-4 in the final, all Dutch final there.
Yeah.
Like it. Them two are predicted to be teammates for the World Cup, which is fair enough because they're both still quality players.
Yeah.
Another shock result: Gian van Veen still shocking the darts world, defeating Luke Littler 6-4 in the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
Luke Littler, he needs to be a little bit scared there. I think he needs to be a bit cautious because he could still.
Yeah,
Very
Van
much not win it.
Veen was due a win against Littler.
He was.
He's had so many goes at it.
Yeah.
And then obviously Van Gogh improved his class.
Yeah.
He's kind of said to everyone, I'm still here.
Mm.
You know, I'm a bit older than the rest, but I'm still hanging around.
Yeah.
A bit like Djokovic in tennis.
Yeah. He was quality as well.
Oh
wasn't
yeah, we'll talk about that. Yeah, the Australian Open has finished. I mean, Freddie, you're our tennis expert. Do you want to explain to everyone? Yeah.
he? Yeah, so Djokovic got to the final, didn't he?
Against Sinner.
The one
Was it?
against Sinner, was it?
No.
Alcaraz.
In the semi-final,
He
he
beat Sinner to
yeah.
get to the final.
Okay.
I was gonna
okay,
say.
yes.
Tried to catch me out there.
Nearly. Yeah, Djokovic lost to Alcaraz 3-1.
Brilliant player, Alcaraz. I
He's
think
such
it's the next big
a young player just coming up out of the ranks. I mean, I didn't know much about tennis. I mean, I literally was messaging you, asking questions. What does
How's
this
it
mean?
work?
What does this mean? But then the one thing I did know was that Djokovic is a very good player. Is still a very good player.
He's the
It's
100%.
just that unfortunately people are saying, and he was even sort of hinting at himself that it's coming to an end slowly for him.
I think he'll play his last Wimbledon this year.
Yeah, we were saying we said that. I think afterwards we said
yeah.
last Wimbledon. Whether he still goes to the Australian Open next year and maybe does it again, or if he completely does it, or completely retires at the end of the year. You never know.
Honestly.
I think he's the best of all time.
Yeah,
He is.
same.
Has
I
to be.
agree.
Obviously, Federer is
He was
quality.
in the stand.
Nadal.
Was he in the
Nadal.
stands?
Yeah.
Federer was,
Yeah.
I think Nadal was as well, actually.
Yeah, Nadal.
I think all of them probably were.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
But yeah, Djokovic is
I mean,
one
he's the
of
best
a
to ever
kind.
do it. Yeah.
I mean, one of the class. I mean, obviously, I don't think he's like competes with some of the others, but obviously, he had Andy Murray and all that when he used to play. When he used to play back in the Wimbledon days, when he was Wimbledon, he was.
He had a tough, he had to beat either Nadal,
Yeah.
Federer, Djokovic to get to the final.
Yeah.
So that's quite hard.
Djokovic, very impressive. He's obviously old now,
38.
a bit older. But, you see in football, players like old players, Ronaldo, Messi, the greatest to ever do it. And they're up in the Saudi League, the MLS. But it's like Djokovic,
He's still doing
he's
it at the
old
top
and he's
level.
doing it at the top level
Yeah,
against the
yeah,
best
yeah.
player in the world. And he had a good few rounds against Alcaraz. The first round, 6-3, I think, 6-2 maybe. And it's just like, you don't see Ronaldo and Messi playing Champions League finals.
No, exactly.
No.
Real Madrid.
And he's still competing at the top level.
Exactly.
Ronaldo quickly. He was getting a bit annoyed.
Oh,
What was it? Was his team?
Saudi.
Al
Al
Nassr.
No, he was annoyed at Al Hilal though.
Ah,
He
yeah.
was annoyed at his own team. Was it Benzema? Benzema came in and he thought
transferred, didn't he?
he thought that was
He didn't
sort
go
of,
to Al Nassr.
He didn't go near.
He went Al Hilal.
he thought
Yeah,
he thought it was. I don't know what he said he was. He thought it was something. It was
He
a
basically-
ridiculous transfer or something like that. And
He
it
thought.
just,
I think he thought it would make it like less competitive.
Yeah.
Because Al Hilal are already the best in the Saudi Pro League.
yeah.
So it's just-
Ronaldo plays for Al Nassr.
Yeah.
So I think he thought like Al Hilal are already the best.
Yeah.
You can't just
And
give them Kareem Benzema Ballon d'Or winner.
Yeah.
You know?
getting better.
Exactly.
Basically
So I think
Ronaldo,
he was
Ronaldo's
complaining about
whole
that.
mindset in the Saudi league is my team has to be the best.
Yeah.
No other team could be anywhere close to us, and if you are, then I'm going to start having a dig at you. That's not how football works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
not.
Then he refused to play or something.
Yeah, but it's
It's
not
ridiculous.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it's his own fault. I mean, at the end, right, he gets how ridiculous money in an hour,
Brilliant
in a week,
football,
and
man.
however brilliant football, but also from all this sponsorships. It's like he can sit there and complain all he likes. At the end of the day, he's going to take home the cash,
Yeah.
unless some sponsors start
Pulling
going
out.
away. But
Yeah.
The thing is,
okay, sponsors pull away. He's still got all that money from before. He's done until he's passed away.
Yeah,
He is.
exactly. Yeah.
So I think it's
he is all about the
ridiculous.
money there
He
because
is.
obviously Benzema's going to Al Hilal. I think he's already transferred. I think he scored a hat trick on his debut actually
That was another
against
thing he
Al
was annoyed
Nassr.
about. Yeah.
And obviously Benzema, one of the best players of all time, he makes his own decisions.
Mm.
And Ronaldo can also make his own decision. Yeah, he's not forced to stay at Al Nassr, but he's doing it for the money.
Yeah, but
If he
Ronaldo
wanted
can't
to move
force
to Al
Benzema
Hilal,
not to move.
yeah, but he could force himself to move to Al
Yeah,
Hilal.
exactly, yeah.
He's better than Benzema, so if he wants to move, he
Yeah.
can get it himself. Don't know why he's complaining.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's not very much more to talk about, is there? We've talked about the Prem, covered the Premier League of darts.
I'd like to talk about something else. To be
Go
fair.
on then. Go on.
Obviously, next Tuesday we've got the Champions League knockouts.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've got a big game, Real Madrid Benfica.
The rematch.
The last game, yeah.
Oh
And
my god, that
these
was
Real Madrid
unbelievable.
fans-
Keep it last minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, Real Madrid fans talking the most. They're like, we're going to get our comebacks. I'd really like to see Jose Mourinho pull something off. You know?
Yeah, well, no, Jose Mourinho's going to do. He's going to go on the pitch himself and score the last-minute winner instead. That's his next move.
I think it would be a brilliant game. You know?
If Madrid, apart from Bellingham, and you've got Vinicius, who else have they got?
Mbappe,
Mbappe as well. Yeah, that's what I meant, yeah.
obviously Camavinga, Eder Militao.
But to be fair, you look right. You
Arda
take
Güler.
you take Barcelona and Real Madrid. Look back at what they used to be. Now look what they are now. It's
Not
just
the same,
ridiculous.
is
It's
it?
just ridiculous.
I think Barcelona are better than Real Madrid, to be fair, though.
Yeah, 100%. That's been proven in
Yeah.
El Clasicos. Obviously, last season Barca won it. This season they're winning it.
Yeah.
So, but
Do you just remember the days when it was, what was it, Suarez, Messi, and
Quality.
Neymar
Oh.
on the
Benzema,
front three?
Ronaldo.
Bale, Benzema, and Ronaldo up front for them.
So
Honestly, that
good.
was.
To be
so-
fair,
was
though, I
like-
do think we're moving into the next generation where both teams will strengthen and both teams will become the best again.
Yeah.
Obviously, PSG currently the best. Dembele, they've got Kvaratskhelia, Barcola, all these.
You've got all those
talented-
young players
all
coming
these
up as
talented
well.
Players,
Yeah.
Doué.
Yeah.
But I think in the future, Real Madrid could be fielding a lineup of an attack of Doué, Mbappe, and Estevao, something like that. Barca. Who knows? Yamal, obviously already.
Boss can have anyone they want. I mean, both teams can basically have anyone they want. It's just
Yeah.
if they pay them enough.
Yeah,
Simple as.
exactly.
Big story last summer. William Saliba to Real Madrid. Obviously, that was
Denied.
that was rumoured to happen, but I don't think it would ever happen, to be
No.
honest, because I think Saliba, the media portrays him as like, as if he hates Arsenal and he just only wants Madrid. I think it's so evident he loves the club. You know, every goal, I think he's the one that celebrates the most. He's the one that
Yeah.
taps the badge, kisses it.
Yeah.
Just think he's good.
Yeah. I'm just going to go on to one more point before we finish up here. I want to get your quick prediction. Premier League of darts. Antwerp tomorrow night. I want to get your prediction as well. I want to see what he has
I don't
to
know
say.
who's playing, to be honest.
No, it's just so you got. Do you want me to show you the list?
Yeah.
Let me get a list up.
Read
Can
the games out as well.
Do you want me to read the games? I'll get the app up. I think they're out on the app
Yeah,
that I've
they
got.
are.
It says should have the matches somewhere. Here we go. Oh no, hang on. This is the wrong one. Upcoming. Okay, well my phone ain't really working.
Now, the last thing I will say about Saliba, though,
Oh, here you go.
Arsenal need to start winning trophies for him to
100%. If we win the
stay.
Premier League this season, it's a big statement.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think Real Madrid, I don't know why they're the biggest club in history, but they are not as good as Arsenal.
They still think they have that pull of
Right
don't
now,
they?
they're not as good as
I've
Arsenal.
got no matches right now.
They weren't last season either. So.
No, exactly.
But all I wanted to know was who do you think is going to win it tomorrow night in Antwerp?
I'll tell you once I have a look at the draw.
I was gonna go for a little Van Veen win.
Again? Not again.
No, not again.
To the final again.
Yeah, I was gonna go a little Van Veen win. Just get off the
I'm
mark
going
a
to
little
get a
bit.
prediction.
Go on.
Go in Price.
I'll take that. I'll
I'll read out
that's not bad.
games.
That's not bad.
First game on,
Yeah.
6:10. Littler against Humphreys. The biggest one.
Humphreys.
You reckon?
I don't like Humphreys, but I think Humphreys. Although Humphreys is also he's slowly starting to show slight imperfections in how he plays.
Mm.
But Littler's also now he's been knocked out by his confidence has been knocked slightly by getting knocked out by Van Veen. And I think by the end of the tournament, Van Veen and him are going to have like a
I
proper
think
rivalry going on.
I'm not a darts guy. I don't know much about it, but I just think, I see clips on X, on TikTok, everything, and it's all about Luke Littler. I think he's the star.
It's always been about Luke.
He won a
Littler,
trophy recently, if I'm correct, right?
The World.
big
Worlds, the Worlds, yeah, the
Worlds.
biggest one.
So I think Littler. I'll just go for Littler because that's all I know about him.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean,
Littler and Humphreys are up
They
there.
are the best.
Van Veen and Price are there. So the next game's Van Gogh against Rock.
Van Gogh.
Josh Rock I think Josh Rock will go. How many nights is there? You've got
16.
16 nights. Josh Rock, I reckon, will take one win in one of those nights. I reckon. I think
Yeah.
there'll be one night where he's on one.
Mm.
Stephen Bunting don't deserve to be there.
No, I think Clayton beats him in that game.
Clayton, he beats him. You've got Van Veen, Price.
I think Price.
You think Price? I'll go Van Veen just to be a little bit different.
I'll go Van Veen as well.
Have you got any
Van
more?
Veen?
Have you got any more?
No, that's it. And then it goes to the semi-final.
Oh yeah.
So my prediction for this week is going Price.
Going Price. I'll go Van Veen. You're going to go Littler. There you go.
Shock.
Right. That's it for today on the Locker Room Pulse. Thank you so much for joining me and the other two. We also had a little secret challenge going on. We did it last week as well. Got some words that people have said, and we don't know. You've got to basically guess. So there was 5 words that
It was clearly you.
someone's been said. What? It was clearly me.
We didn't know about this, do we?
No.
Go on, make your prediction. Who was it?
I
think it was Noah, actually.
I think it was you.
Who do you think it was, Noah? Freddie
What
or
am I
me?
guessing?
Yeah, just take a guess. Who do you think it was?
I'm gonna guess Brody.
Yeah, you were right. Fair enough. I had to try and say. Do you want me to
Go
get
on.
the games out quickly? I actually did them quite well.
I didn't notice anything, to be honest.
Me either.
I had Galentine's Day.
Yeah.
Is there any games this weekend? On Saturday or the Galentine's
it's
Day?
FA
or
Cup,
weekend?
but-
I did say that. I did say that. I
I was like,
say
what's
that.
going on here?
Yeah.
I said basketball.
He's 6'6", I think.
Is he 6'6"? But
Very tall.
he's on the wrong sport, isn't he? He's in the wrong sport.
Yeah. I mean,
He is
What
quality. I
sport
think
can
he's
you do?
quality.
Basketball. Donnarumma. Yeah. Sponge. Thought it would have been like a sponge just soaking them shots up, and it just didn't really work. I said when you said what was it, the West Ham game? Keeper was over the other side of the net. I said he's not a bit like a sponge.
I
Trying
didn't
to
hear
soak up the
that.
shots.
I didn't hear that either.
Watermelon. Weird. I mean, you just got this like egg thing, and then you've also just got like, and then in football you just got like solid like watermelon type ball.
I didn't hear all that.
When I said
ball.
the
Football.
American football's like the shape of an egg, and the actual football's the shape of a watermelon. Same first. And then the last one, which is by far the easiest, and you can get into any sentence, is reading.
It's got good reviews.
Yeah.
I was sat there reading about it, and yeah.
What did you say about
I
reading?
said I was reading about the NFL halftime performance. There you go. So yeah, right. So that was the secret challenge. That was kind of a flop this week, but there you go. Good job. Good job to the admin.
You included them words quite well.
Yeah, I did, to be fair. So thank you very much for joining us. We'll be back next week for episode 10. 10 episodes next week. I think we'll get Alfie Fitzwater on that one because he's now celebrating behind the camera, and I want to hear his opinions on Chelsea versus Leeds. So thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.